I'm Gopi V Prasad, and people call me Gopi. And I'm the founder of Gita Vidya Peetham. That's an initiative to bring the wisdom of Bhagavad Gita for the modern times using graphic illustrations that you can see in my background. Besides that, I'm also the president of Hindu Forum Germany, in which we are trying to bring all the Hindu organizations of Germany together. In the advisory council, we have eminent leaders of Hindu society, also founders of Hindu establishments such as Yoga Vidya. I find Yoga Vidya very much helpful for me as a father. I'm raising two daughters. They're born here in Germany, one in 2012, the other in 2014. They go to school here. And in home, we have a small little temple kind of setup. We do prayers. But that is not enough, in my view, to give the real essence of the Indian culture and Indian ethos. And so I was always in quest of an environment where I can get my family and have my daughters immersed into such kind of environment. And I found it in Yoga Vidya. So whenever there are school holidays and whenever there is a possibility to bring my family with me here, I always do that. And my children participate in the meditation, in the satsang. They also go to the Ganesha Kinderworld here, do a lot of creative things. And they also join me in Gita Vidya classes. My elder daughter, already sits with me in the classes and reads the translations from the Bhagavad Gita translated by Sukadev Maharaj. So all of this is so important. We are human beings. We come from a root, and there is a tradition, and we have been taught that by our grandfathers and fathers, and it becomes my duty to transfer the same to the next generations. And hence, in that context, this environment that we have in Yoga Vidya is of paramount importance. And I guess every Hindu family will largely benefit with this kind of environment. Yoga Vidya, despite being a spiritual organization from its belief and its origin, is not getting the appropriate benefit of being a religious organization. So, if we put it in comparison with other religious institutions like church or the Islam institutions, Yoga Vidya is more seen from its external appearance as just like a yoga, a sport kind of entity, which I guess is lack of complete information. And I guess anybody who can come here, visit this ashram, be part of what's happening in Yoga Vidya, it's quite easy and obvious to realize that how deep rooted Yoga Vidya is in terms of Hindu religion. And I guess that's something that needs to be heard, that needs to be known, at least to the people who read about the case. They need to know about the truth about what Yoga Vidya stands for. And as far as court's decision, I think there has to be another approach or another way how we could get to the honorable court the understanding about what Yoga Vidya is. And I'm sure Yoga Vidya is trying all of this. From Hindu Forum Germany, we stand in firm support for Yoga Vidya in this direction. All the advisory counselors, such as the president of Temple, has also explicitly said and stands in support of Yoga Vidya in whatever possible way, to recognize or to acknowledge the status of Yoga Vidya as a spiritual organization. International Day of Yoga is a resolution passed by the United Nations to recognize yoga more widely. It had existed for thousands of years, and Western world trying to practice yoga and get this wisdom from India and use it for practice here has not been quite recent. It is quite old. And International Day of Yoga is to recognize all of this and to bring an element of celebration in it, and also inspire the rest of the world to look at yoga and learn from yoga. And Yoga Vidya, in its essence, is doing the same. And the very mission and vision of Yoga Vidya, I believe, is to spread yoga and spread yoga beyond physiology and also into the depths of it by discussing the philosophies behind the yoga. And Yoga Vidya is a beautiful campus. It's quite big enough to host and hold such kind of conferences. So we couldn't think of any better place than Yoga Vidya to organize it.